Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, we're going to have an interesting show for you this evening, one way or another. It's going to happen. But Fish is having some technical difficulties at the moment. But hey, I'm here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what is considered the 34th Pro-Am bout. But I think we're going to, it's Pro-Am, whatever you want to call it. Fish Bends against Anthony and Sharon. For those new to the show, the format is simple. Structured like a prize fight. Two original comic art sellers will compete for your hard-earned cash during the holiday season, presenting comic art for sale that is either new to the market or priced to sell. The seller with the most sales by the end of the show is crowned tonight's champion. During this event, there are 11 rounds, not 10, not 12, but 11, with each seller bringing 2 artworks for sale per round. Artworks presented in rounds 1 through 4 will be priced $1,000 or less. Artworks in 5 through 8 will be priced $3,000 or less. And anything goes in rounds 9, 10, and 11. Each seller will be given 90 seconds per round to present their artwork for sale in rounds 1 through 8 and 2 minutes in rounds 9 through 11. Viewers are encouraged to be a part of the show by engaging in friendly conversation in the YouTube chat, as you already have been doing. And if you're watching on YouTube, please Hulk smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on notifications so that you never miss a single show on the Comic Art Live channel. To claim an artwork you want to purchase this evening, type your claim in the chat in the following format: claim 1A-Fish or claim 5B-Anthony. In other words, the word claim followed by the round number and the letter A or B, a dash, and then the seller's first name. Each time a seller presents an artwork for sale, the exact claim phrase will be on the screen just above the art description. Try to claim an artwork for sale during the seller's live round, but if you miss that window, you can claim the artwork at any time during the rest of the show. You will be given a last chance at all unsold artwork during the recap, when the sellers are more open to wheel and deal if the duel is indeed a close one. Since this is their internet, there can be technical issues. We're having them sometimes tonight. When several people try to claim the same artwork at the same time, your browser may not order your chat in the same order that we see it here in the studio. Our view of the chat is ordered properly, and we will make the decision for whom has claimed the artwork. During a seller's live round, you may make an offer to them, but they are not required to respond, reply, acknowledge, or accept your offer. Be courteous and only message sellers who are currently in their live spotlight. After the show is over, be sure to contact either of our sellers if you've claimed any of their artworks. Let them know which artworks you've claimed. Please include your mailing address and your YouTube or Facebook handle. Let's get ready to wheel and deal.
Welcome, comic art fans, to the Dueling Dealers of Crap!
Dueling Dealers of Crap.
Tonight, we have an assortment of things you're not going to want, but we're going to make sure you buy. And when you buy it, we're going to put your name on the wheel and spin.
You spin, you
the
win.
Wheel. You win
you
something.
Spin, you win.
We're not really sure what, but you'll get something. We promise. So for round 1, Fish, what do you have for today?
Okay, so this might look like a regular deck of cards. It might look like a regular deck of cards, but the very next deck after they made this, they made a deck that had superheroes in the back. So this was the deck before the deck with superheroes, the in utero deck, $50 or more. What do you got?
Wow, that's impressive. I don't know how I'm going to beat that. But what I have here, Fish, I have a game-used Sentinel toy. This was actually held by 7 different children, right? 7, right? His head still works, his arm still works. I don't really know how you can find something better than this. And I'm willing to let this go today for, I don't know, $762.
Does the button work?
Make that $792. I didn't even know the button worked.
Wow.
Holy crap.
That's fantastic. All right, we'll get back to that. This bottle of water, you know who drank from this bottle of water? Alan Moore. Alan Moore once drank from this bottle of water.
It's sealed, Fish.
It's sealed? Alan Moore once drank from this bottle of water. What other pieces do you have?
Oh my God, did you know Trad Moore was a hockey player? We think possibly he used this hockey stick once back in 2012. I'm not positive, but we think so.
Did you just say Trad Moore because I said Alan Moore? Maybe you should have gone with a different artist.
I mean, Daniel Warren Johnson.
Yes.
Daniel Warren Johnson.
Yes, it was DW. I saw him use it.
I think so too, right?
And what's this? What's our last piece of the night?
Oh my God, Fisch!
Remember, spin you win. Spin you win.
I don't even know if I want to let this go. I mean, Hulk says, "Don't let me go."
Wow.
This is the Incredible Hulk blanket that was used somewhere on a TV show.
It was
from what
used.
I heard.
It's
Yeah,
a used blanket. It's used.
it's possibly even got stains on it. I'm not sure.
Wow. Wow. We have quite the lineup for you guys tonight, and you spin, you win
Spin,
on
you
the
win.
Dueling Dealers of
Crap!
Crap.
Oh my.
That one flopped the first time.
Hi.
Bah humbug. Let's get claymy. It's the holidays.
Yeah, this is like the well, what's going on over there at the? You got a nutcracker going, well, two nutcrackers
What are
over
you
there.
talking about? I'm Anthony. Let's start the show. Let's
It doesn't
go.
look like Anthony. That looks like Rich.
Go first.
Wait a minute, we got to zoom in on this one.
We're being scammed.
I think we are. Talk about you thought you were being punked earlier. Now
Give
we're
Sharon a
getting
kiss.
punked.
Hey! It's me.
Well, you know how to debunk these things, Fish.
Yeah, you went
I feel
right.
like you've been on a game show or two before.
Well, I am 3-0 in Dueling Dealers. I look forward to kicking Anthony's ass tonight. So we'll see what
Even
happens.
without Anthony there.
You can't do it.
Marketplace says wit tongue.
Is Anthony really not going to be on tonight?
Anthony is a bit under the weather, so I'm subbing in. I'm sitting in the big chair tonight. We're gonna see. You're not
all
Team Rich, Jay? Oh, come on!
Come on.
All our memories, those great conversations.
So Anthony is under the weather.
Yes.
I learned this just before the show as well. So you're taking one for the team, Rich. You're subbing.
Yes. This
He
is
drove for an hour to be here tonight.
it wasn't an
so-
hour. It was less, but I
Through
gotta,
rain and storm and winds and floods.
I gotta
Your
step
cover
up.
of
Call to action.
not Santa and his reindeer, but all those drones that are flying over New
much.
Jersey of late,
Yeah,
right?
all the
It took
aliens.
Santa.
I was transported by a craft and appeared in this chair.
It's the opposite of a ringer, James. Rich is cool. I'm good with Rich. But Anthony said, "Let's do this, Fish. Let's do this for weeks." And now I'm here doing it, and Anthony's not here. I don't know. I want to see the
I
I
was
want to see the COVID
excited.
test or
I'm so
something.
excited to do this with you. and-
He's in the chat. He's watching me like a
No,
hawk.
like,
he's watching
He's
me.
never down for the count. And
I brought my
Hey, boss man. So I wanted to ask you about that raise.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
man.
I remember. that.
there is no HR policy at the warehouse.
My wife just texted me. I
That's
just got a
still
text
smart.
from her.
yes,
Anthony's been asking me all week to do this one in person together in my house, and at the end I said I couldn't, but she just texted me, "It's really good you didn't have Anthony over." That's right. You'd be getting us all sick.
bum, bum, bum.
So true. So well, let's get this coin flip out of the way to get to see who is going to lead us off today. Let's see if Rich brings any different luck to the Snyder household.
Who's the goblin?
Yay!
Oh, hey! There we go.
It's Hulk and me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
But now, are you guys going to go first, or are you going to let Fish
Yeah.
go first? Oh,
But
we
of course.
choose. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's go first
Let's
then.
go first.
Haha, Fish.
Ha
We got the edge.
It's not about going first; it's about selling artwork, Rich.
Oh,
oh boy. Okay. Well, then we now the slides are going to say Anthony's name on it, though, so everybody just know that when you're claiming stuff, it's not you're not saying Rich. Claim one, A dash Rich. It will be claim 1A dash Anthony on this. But you could put Sharon's name or Rich's in there. We'll know.
or
Yeah.
Valley. You put Valley's name.
Yeah, you can put Valley.
Valley looks tuckered out.
She's really snuggly.
Yeah, she's super like
She's a
vibey,
chill doggy.
She's chilling.
All right. Well, let's get the show on the road. Let's see what you guys brought for round one. So first up is a piece by Zach Mosley.
Hold on.
So what is this? There's an envelope. There's a work of art.
Gorgeous.
So it's there. It's like okay. So it's a Smiling Jack. Obviously, it's the cutout of the strip, but it's a commission of the character. What's her name?
Cindy?
Cindy. It's there in the title. So it's a portrait or whatever, a drawing of Cindy. It was sent to a fan, and Anthony's joke was that the artist valued this at 3 cents because the stamp is a 3-cent stamp or something.
But that's so funny because look at how gorgeous the art is.
Yes, but we don't because this is
course.
vintage
Like
art.
Before we look at the next piece, is that like shrink wrapped?
Yeah, it's like matted, basically like shrink wrapped.
Oh, okay.
One
So it's all together. Somebody wanted to present it all as one. All right. So $3.75 for that one.
$3.75.
Oh,
and then we have this Mark Beecham.
Yeah, nice little color piece.
I think Anthony would say haunches.
What's happening there?
Haunches. Yeah,
he would say more than that.
I mean, I think Fisch would agree with me that there is no thigh gap on this one, or at least not a measurable one.
Oh, it's minuscule.
It is.
It's
so what this is? It's painted on 7 by 10.5 board, and it is priced at $250.
Tigra. Woo! Wow.
Is that a claim or a false alarm?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's time's up.
The ice is not in broken.
Okay. Right.
If that's what you're asking.
Time's up is bing bing.
All right. Well, Rich, see, it wasn't that hard. See,
yeah, I feel better. I feel better. Yes.
All right. The man.
Good job, Rich. I'm rooting for you.
Thank you, Fisch. Thank you.
All right, Fisch. And I didn't know you collected action figures too, huh? I see the Watcher behind you.
Eagle Moss, figurines.
Okay.
I have 5 of them. These are the 5 I have. So I thought this blind looked pretty bare, and I just put them on there right now while I was spacing out while Rich was talking. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see what you brought for your first round.
So
on people.
This is a framed commission by David Lloyd, V for Vendetta. He does these things. I think he does them in crayon. I bought this like 2.5 years ago off eBay. I've had it in my office. It's pretty cool. And I stopped displaying it. So once I stopped displaying it, I'm like, time to go to someone else. And I think I bought it like 2 years ago for $268, and now I'm selling it for $300 or whatever it sells for. We'll see. Anyways, if anyone's a big V for Vendetta fan, David Lloyd fan, it's pretty cool. It's got V on it. It's got the dude. He could be staring at you from your wall at all times. It's already framed. If you live somewhere and I ship it to you and it breaks, then I'll just refund you in full and you'll have it for free. So hopefully the glass doesn't break. But if the glass does break, I don't want to hear about it. You just get the thing for free. I'll give you your money back.
Did you buy it? Was it framed when you got it?
Yeah, it was framed when I got it, and it got to me safe. By the way, we didn't talk about shipping tonight. I'll just do $20 standard shipping across the board, no matter where you live. This next one, actually, my wife doesn't want me to sell for one reason. Jordan, my wife doesn't want me to sell it. It pains me to sell it. And the only reason is I think this was actually the very first piece of OA I ever got. It's done by Anthony Castrillo. I bought it from Anthony at San Diego Comic-Con in 2016 or something when I went to buy statues. I used to collect statues, not these things, the statues. And it's done on like some sort of thicker craft tint board. It's obviously a recreation of X-Men 143. It's a really nice one. I think Anthony sold it to me for $400 actually back in 2016. I shouldn't have bought it for $400 at the time. Definitely at the time it was not worth it. Anyways, it's signed. It's Anthony wrote in the back, Tony Castrillo and all that. Although it's signed a little different here. He says at the time somebody was hiding his name from people who was looking for him. So it's a really cool X-Men 143 after burn. That's correct. Yep. I don't know why she's so upset. I only bought 15 or 20 pages this month. What's wrong with her? What? Oh. This is working just fine. Honey, this is working just fine.
And I have to say it's X-Men.
Yeah, it's 136. 136 is a mistake. There's a typo in my thingy. 136. Thank you very much.
And what was the size? I saw, Jason, he asked you a legitimate question. He said, what's the size of that V for Vendetta piece? My hands are a lot bigger than Anthony's, so it's going to vary depending on, whose hands they are. But for me, it's only 2 hands. Anthony would say it's 3 hands. Actually, I don't know.
Sorry, 1.5.
Sorry, Sharon. I don't know how big this is actually. I don't have a tape measure on me. Somewhere in this room.
See, I measure before.
It's not a full 11 by 17. It doesn't look like that. It looks like it's one of those 8 by 11s or
11 by 14, 9 by 12, somewhere
and inches.
You can count on us.
Looks like 9 by 12. I think Neil's probably right. Yep. Bottom line, it's a fairly cheap already framed piece. You could just stick right on a screw in your wall and enjoy. So that's what it is.
We got a tape
First
measure.
piece of art, though. That's that is a something a lot of people do get rid of, but usually it's sooner rather than later. So you've held on to that for a while.
What, the first piece of art? Yeah, I had it in a frame for a long time because I enjoyed it, and it was like, it's cool. I'm never gonna get the real cover. It was cool, but at this point, I don't. Again, it's not on my wall anymore. And when something's not on my wall, I usually just move on from it.
It's a pretty iconic image for sure. It's good work.
All right. Well, round two over to you, Rich and Sharon.
Nice.
Let's see what we have in store for us here. A storm, a color commission.
Yes. Very floaty. There's some kind of serpentine thing going on in the back.
Oh,
it's
beautiful. Is this watercolor, right?
It's like watercolor and watercolor pencil. Definitely like a lot. Some of the rendering on the figure is some kind of like colored pencil or some kind of colored graphite or something. But then watercolor all in the back, and it's
definitely flowy. 2007 450.
Dazanuga can't go wrong.
Ooh.
17 years old, priced at $450. Very nice, and on 12 by 16.
The technique is incredible.
Yeah, it's you can look at it for a while. That's one of those. Oh yeah.
So this is Anthony's color round.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, this is the Escorza brothers. They did the Last Ronin, all the art for that comic. This is a color commission by them, and it's also signed by Kevin Eastman, which I guess you can see in the scan. We have it at $750.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Turtles in a half shell.
Yes.
Boom. There it is.
How much am I authorized to discount? That's a very good question.
Not yet.
I was wondering on the way over here. I was wondering about that actually.
Well, just start throwing some offers out there, and you'll see what Rich can do.
Right now it's $750. We will.
What's the matter, guys? Cat got your tongue?
Whoa.
Sharon, I believe it was Heroes in a Half Shell, Turtle Power. Not Turtles in a Half Shell, right?
Heroes
That's my childhood you're messing with.
Yeah, that was bad.
This frame is 17 and a half by 17 and a half by 14 and a half. That's the frame. The actual artwork is probably closer, probably closer to 9 by 11. 9 by 11. Let's call it the 9 by 11.
All right, there we go.
Let's fight. Fish for fighting tape measures. On guard.
You win. Look at Sharon's. Hers is the longest.
Oh boy, this is things that'll happen when Anthony's not on camera with us all. But all right, Fish, we get to go back to you for round two. So let's see here. What have we got? Oh, a character that I know and love, a Thunder Duck.
So some of these pieces I've had for years and years, and some of these pieces I knew I was going to be on Dueling Dealers one of these days soon. We've talked about it for months. So sometimes I see a piece and I'm like, you know what? I'll sell that pretty much at cost. But it's a great Dueling Dealers early round piece. This is 9 by 12. I just measured it now. It's thin paper. It's not super thin. It's not like prelim paper, but it's a thin paper. And it's Frank Brunner. It's Thunder Duck. It's $350. It's really cool. It's pencil only. There's no ink on here. I guess he did it in 2018. He did not do this for me. I bought this fairly recently for almost the same exact price. And it's cool. It's cute. It's a great drawing by Frank. I have no idea what he charges for commission. So if you wanted this done, I have no idea what he charged you, but I like it. And if you like it, buy it. Okay. This one is a Marvel handbook. It's the Master Edition. It's the Watcher. You know I'm a fan of the Watcher, but this is interesting because this is not the classic Watcher. This is Aaron. Aaron's the one I think that was in Cosmic Powers. I think he was the one in that one. But whoever started drawing this, Keith Pollard started drawing this. I guess he didn't know. So he started drawing the regular Watcher, and they whited out all the regular Watcher's robe there. You could see in the top corner, he started drawing the regular Watcher's robe, and then they actually, I'd say more than started, he drew in all three of them, and then they put some sort of something on top to hide that stuff and go to Aaron instead. So I see this page has a lot of art, and then some paper hiding some stuff, and some art underneath. It's just interesting. You see this is like some sort of paper here. Anyways, if you look at the back, it's actually really cool. I guess you can't see it there, but I can see it. I can see the regular Watcher shining right through. Now you can't see it on the camera, but yeah. Anyways,
that's cool.
Marvel Handbook, Aaron. Yeah, it is a good price, Steven. I always figure like the first few rounds are like lost leaders, get people addicted to buying, and then let's get them on the later rounds. But yeah.
You've only done this 3 times, and you have a strategy.
Well, this is time number 4, you know?
I get it. You kind of come out once every year.
Yeah, every year towards the end of the year usually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get some Christmas or Hanukkah gelt.
All right. Well, we're moving over to round 3, and Nick Ferrucci is calling you a marketing maniac. A strategist is what I think I would call him.
Tactician.
I'm just having fun.
All right, so we're what do we got here for you guys this time? We know we have a dog, but round 3.
Yes.
Anthony has brought a Perez, a Nightwing pencil and ink commission from
tight Perez, Nightwing, bust, pencil and ink.
Oh, this is awesome.
It's a great little piece. Yeah, it's on like some kind of
Hero Initiative board, so it's probably was done, something charity wise, which Perez, of course, did a lot of work for Hero over the years.
Okay, there you go.
So it's from 2009. It's only 6.5 by 10, so it's a smaller piece, but it is big with the power of its artistic.
It's she just went back.
Abilities.
It's well done. You know, it's it's a good little piece. We're being attacked by Valley over here.
His gaze is
piercing.
Yes.
Oh, this one I really like. The Brayfogle Batman. Another
bust commission.
Yes, another nice little sketch. But this is great because you really get a sense with the line weight of the light, the light source beaming up into his face. I think it's cool how he achieves that. So simply, it's from 2006. It would look good in a frame, I think.
And if your name is James, it's already made out to you.
James, there you go.
James in the chat.
There are so many James.
We have some James.
We have James.
We have some James customers.
All right, there are the 2. Now, I did see, I saw that Fisch got an offer in there from a James Siegel.
James, how could you?
James wants my Terry.
James wants
my Terry.
It's for you, James.
James is offering to buy my first ever piece of art for $250 to break the ice. He's a good pal. James, am I going to give it to you or to George this year? But sure, let's do it.
I think you want this also.
We'll do it.
Package deal.
Package deal.
Holy batarangs, Batman! Thank you for breaking the ice.
Thank you, James Siegel, for helping us break the ice.
Yay!
That's
broken. It's broken.
That's a great buy. That's a great piece.
Agreed. And somebody thought that you were a little half baked, Rich, but I think it's just you're nervous, right? You're a little nervous.
Rich is never half baked. Rich is always fully baked. Who are we kidding?
I'm gonna get angry.
I am Lurker 666.
I'm protective about now.
I'm nervous. I'm also sober. My 2 years sober was yesterday. That was my 2 years. So there you have it. I just look like that because I'm terrified.
Rich, you look fantastic. Don't listen to them. We're just messing with you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, Marcus says get him some Zevia. That's all you need. Look at this. I got 2.
Yeah, we got tea, man. We got boba tea.
That's how I prepare.
Green tea and hibiscus tea.
I'm putting the beard back on. Hiding myself.
Oh. All right. So, sorry, just marking up this thing a little bit. So thank you, James, for breaking the ice for us. Round 3, back over to Fisch. And a couple good ones here.
Okay. This piece, the person I bought it off of had it in a frame, just want to say, so I could see a little bit of rippling. I'm sure if it's put into any portfolio or anything, it will not ripple much. It's nothing. It's like most people wouldn't even notice it. I just hate when I get something that I don't know about. So that's the first thing I'm saying. You see, it's perfectly flat, really, but a little bit of rippling there. Anyways, Usagi Yojimbo commissions like this, usually if you look on Heritage sold auctions, sell for about $650 or $700. It's fully penciled and inked. If you see the scribbles, they usually sell for about $300 or $400 or $200 or $300. I don't know. Anyways, penciled, inked. It's pretty cool. It's got that whole Japanese motif or whatever that sword motif is, and it's nice. It's a good price. If you bought this, you could probably sell it for $200 more pretty quickly, but don't buy it for that reason. Or if you want to, buy it because you love it.
2003 as well. That's
it's an old one. It's an old one. It's got its own. Oh, Pat has claimed it.
Pat has claimed it. Congrats, Pat.
Thank you, Pat. Appreciate it. All right, and this next thing is by Al Rio. Now, I wrote unused card art because you could see this was for an X-Men set, but you could see what the actual card they did publish was, and this will come with it, is this one. They switched the costume, and they went with this, but it's pretty cool art. It's pretty nice looking. It's on like a piece of a Bristol board. It's not a full piece. If you're a Storm fan, I mean, Al Rio used to do all the sets, a lot of the sets. He's fantastic. You could see that this is a beautiful image of Storm, and it was not used for the card, but they used something very, very similar for the same card. On top of this, it says number 48 in the set. So number 48 is actually this other Storm card. So yeah, if it were an actual published card, I'd probably keep it, or I'd ask 4 or 5 times the price. But it's very nice, and it's $500.
Legion of Dr. Doom? More like Legion of Dr. Damn.
Oranga's going to follow me around forever. Every time I'm on your show, you're going to play that. It's okay. I love it. That's why I actually come on the show, not to sell art, to see that.
Okay.
And Rich asked which card set it was. I knew at one point, but it says on this card. Let me just see. It's Marvel Premium X-Men 97. You can look it up. Marvel Premium X-Men 97, and it's card number 48 is the card that's very similar that they went with instead. It's got the same pose, just a different costume. Marvel Premium.
It's dated El Rio. It says El Rio 97 on it, right?
Yeah, it says El Rio 97 on it. Yeah, and El Rio's not with us anymore, I don't think.
No, he is not. So yeah, that's
no. It's no. There's no stats. This is just drawn by Rio, pencil and ink. There's no stats. It's just straight up art. Again, I like it. Sometimes I like something and I realize the minute I buy it, I can't exactly put it on my wall. My wife wouldn't approve. So then it sits in my portfolio and I feel stupid for having it. So
what was the size on that one too, by the way? I think you might have said it, but I missed it.
No, I did not say it. I just said it's a piece of a Bristol board. Let me actually measure. It's not huge. It's almost 8, a little bit, let's see, by 11, 8 by 11.
All right, very good. And we have over 200 people watching the show right now. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. We all would appreciate it. All right, look, Rich will do a dance for you if you hit that thumbs up. All right. Round 4. Over to you, Rich. I know you're ready for this one. So let's see. What did Anthony bring for you to talk about today?
So we got an Epting and Tom Palmer Avengers page from Avengers 356. It's signed on the back. You can see it there. This is we got who's on here? Oh yeah. So Magdalene is mentioned because he's like, it's the pounding again, Maggie. It's never been this bad. So this guy's having some kind of migraine, and Maggie is there to console him, and that is this page. We have it at 800. Yeah, it's the Swordsman.
It is the Swordsman.
It's the Swordsman, of course. I knew that. Yeah, that's our
4A, and your 4B is another Epting Palmer Avengers 347 page.
Yes. So yes, this one I have more to say about, I guess. So there's like Cap in the back there and shadow silhouette looking he's looming, and this is Hercules. Yeah. And he's having a conversation with Crystal. And they're, doing that. So we got some good characters on this. Oh, there's Cap again down there. I didn't even notice that. That of course from the back and then in shadow in the other appearance, which is funny. But yeah, this one also.
I would agree. Now, how old is that page? Rich?
This is from 94. So
that would be years old.
Rich, you don't have to stop talking when the bell rings. You could break some rules. Just keep going as long as you want.
That's 1 year older than me. I was born in 95. So this was penciled and inked a year before I was born.
Hey folks, it's the Richie Man here, the Rich of the Man, and get ready for the dueling dealers of comic book art. Insert logo here.
You making fun of me? You making fun of me?
Who's this guy?
There's your raise.
Oh my gosh.
When we heard that Anthony wasn't going to be here, Rich, we decided to try to find every clip that has you in it.
So you had advance warning, but you didn't tell me because you
Well, it
knew
was
I
like-
would.
It was 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
This was really last minute, you know, and I'm, as you could see from those clips, I'm notoriously camera shy. So this is workers' comp. Workers' comp.
Bill, looking at that comment in the chat about that's no Bob Layton Hercules, it made me wonder. I wonder where in the world Bob Layton is now.
That is a good question. I think he is back in South Korea.
I'm not really wondering.
I know you.
But if you want to do a 30-minute intro, interlude, we can check in with him. We
could. But hey,
maybe
so everybody's got their
Anthony will
favorite
feel better
Hercules. There's Jack Kirby's Hercules. There's Bob's. My goodness, there's Hercules drawn by so many people. But let's get over to your round 4 stuff. You got 2 sales on the board so far, $750 as your total. And what are you?
No, actually, 700 is my total.
What did I write? Is that
James did 250
on
the one?
Yeah, it is 700. You're absolutely right.
All right. So this is from What If number 22, which is the original What If series from the 70s. And this is What If Dr. Doom was a hero. This is the Watcher on top, drawn by Kidda and Dave Simons. And he is showing how 2 worlds separate. 2 worlds separate, that it could go this way and it could go that way. I think Gwyneth Paltrow saw this and made a movie based off this panel. Something about, what was that Sliding Doors movie? I think it comes from this panel. She's like, ooh, I could go different directions. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It talks about Doom, a proud and arrogant tyrant, equal in mental brilliance, only to Reed Richards himself, blah, 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 blah. And it says, where divergence at a critical point resulted in somewhat different Victor Von Doom. Yes, it's a world gap. That's excellent, Marcus. So there's not much gap there, but it's going to be a gap soon. But yeah, pretty cool. If you're a Watcher fan, or if you're a science fiction fan, or if you're a fan of the space and the crackle, pretty cool page.
Or Gwyneth Paltrow.
Would Anthony make some kind of like balls joke or something?
Anthony would have said something before about the pounding being really bad on your page. This is by John Byrne, Hidden Years. Obviously, Hidden Years pages don't go for what other John Byrne pages go for. I just saw a so-so one sell for about $1,300 recently, and that was a pretty so-so one. And this one, if you're a fan of Jean Grey, is a pretty excellent one. Whoops, I'm hiding her. Really cool. Also has Magneto. It's kind of like Shadow Magneto, right? But and then it has Havoc and some other characters on top. I don't even know who half those characters are, really. It's pretty embarrassing. But yeah, it's a pretty cool page by John Byrne. Obviously, John Byrne pages from the real X-Men series are hard to get, super expensive. So if you want a Magneto and Jean Grey by John Byrne, that's a pretty good shot at it.
That's really cool.
A very nice page. I like this one a lot. Not enough John Byrne Hidden Years pages out there. I
have no idea who inked it, Antoine. Who inked the Hidden Years? Is it Christopher? It's
I want to say it was Palmer, but I'm probably
Palmer. You're right. It is Palmer. It is Palmer. It's absolutely Palmer.
Is it?
You're right.
Okay.
It's slipping my mind. Thank you.
It looks like Palmer's.
It's Palmer. It's Palmer.
All right. Hey, man, we got so many. We should be playing memes all the time. I know we've got so many memes queued up for Fisch. I'm surprised.
Jason, man, here's an X-Men grill. What do you think?
Wow, look at that. That's beauty.
Fisch silver to the rescue.
Wow! In 3 years, my hair went from that to what it is now. Unbelievable.
You never know, man. It is what it is. But that was made by Dino, I think, for a special episode.
He made me shoot that over and over and over. He's a slave master. He looks like a nice guy, Dino. But every time I had a little screw up, he says, "We'll do it again." And he started getting a little bit pissed towards the end. I think we shot that. Jason, me, and Dino shot that like 9 times until I got it how he wanted it. So yes.
Well, you got it down perfect. So, all right, Rich, back to you. The Grinch is not looking too happy there in the chair next to you, but
our Anthony proxy right here.
Well, he's as grumpy as Anthony is. So what do we got here?
Here, yes, we have an Aparo Batman page. Dude's getting his like brain drilled into. This guy down here, that's the Floronic Man, which I found. I was like looking. I was like, who is that? It's the Floronic Man. He appears later in like some like Swamp Thing or maybe earlier. I don't know, but he's like a lesser known character, I guess. This third panel is a stat. It has Batman in it, but there's art under it. But it's like pasted, so I don't want to rip it off. But there is OA of the same panel under it. I don't know why the stat was pasted over. Yeah, there's a little bit of Batman. Yeah, and it's a Paro Batman. You can't go wrong. That's my pitch.
I like a Paro Batman myself, even though I'm not a DC guy. But now we got a Brayfogle piece again. What is this? Batman Shadow of the Bat.
Yes, we do. This is great. A lot of Batman on this page, and he's chilling with Gordon. Looks like some guys were playing chess and got bored, fell asleep. Yeah, it's a good one. You know, big Batman. We have this one at 1250 from '92. Batman Shadow of the Bat. Yeah, you know, some cops in there. Oh, it's signed too. Did I write that? Okay. Yeah. So you know, some goodies there.
Yes, very nice. And Batman with the very pointy ears.
Yeah, pointy ears Batman.
Popular. So a 32-year-old beauty here with Batman by Brayfogle.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Fisch.
Okay.
Man, everything is dark. You're dressed in black. The walls are black. The art on the walls, and I have to say, I do love that Wrightson behind you, man.
My heart is black. My soul is black. You know.
I had no idea that Wrightson. I don't know what the size on it is, but I always thought those were smaller.
No, it's pretty good size. It's yeah.
I mean,
I love it.
I always thought they were more like 9x12s or maybe 11x14s, but that thing, that's...
You know what? If you don't know Wrightson and you don't really appreciate the art, it's just a house. Someone's like, that should be hanging in your bathroom. But if you get up close and you see all the lines in the sky and the darkness and the shadows in the house, and if you ever read Cycle of the Werewolf, which is where it comes from, it's dark. I love it. I love it.
I remember when that was up for auction. I knew I couldn't get it, but I went back and checked it numerous times because the scan that they had up there was just amazing. But again, I never knew it was that large. That's crazy. So, wow, congrats. All right, so round 5, over to you. And what do we got here? Well, this is almost like looking at your room there with the blinds.
So
and everything.
This is another one of those pieces that I really love the art of, and this is a 11.5 by 8.5, but I couldn't display it because I couldn't display it. So it's either my most classy piece of the night or my least classy piece of the night. I'm not sure. I guess it depends what kind of show this is. But I love how the whole woman and the cat and the blinds and the cigarette smoke, it's all just the negative space. It's just beautiful to me. Like I really love this actually. I bought it. I'm like, I like that. I'm going to pay for that. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to put that on my wall. But I found out I was not putting that on my wall. And then it's been sitting in my portfolio for a couple of years since, or a year and a half or 2 years since. So if someone else wants to buy it and they want to display it or have it, it's all theirs. And if not, I'll keep trying to find a way to get it on my wall. But yes, not comic art, but it's by Gary Frank, who is a comic artist. And I think it's pretty
beautiful.
Yep. Okay, this next piece is interesting. This next piece, actually, give you a little history, sold recently on Heritage in August of this year for a lot more than I'm putting it up for. I didn't buy it on Heritage, but the person who did buy it must not have liked the fact that it's 3 pieces taped together with 1 piece of tape coming apart, which I could easily fix. If anyone who buys this wants me to fix it, I'll just put a piece of archival tape on the back and fix it. You know, this is how they made it from 3 different panels. It's from Dazzler number 3. It's John Romita Jr. You got the 3/4 with the Fantastic Four on top, and then you have Dazzler and the Human Torch in the panel there, and they're talking about Dr. Doom and so on and so forth. It's a really cool page. Yeah, cheaper and easy for me to put a piece of tape on there if somebody wants to buy it, or I could just leave it as is. Don't care.
And the last panel is that just it's got Zipatone on it.
Zipatone on top of Dr. Doom's jewels.
Got it.
We'll leave that as is. But really, yeah, you're paying for those top 2 panels, even though the middle panels are pretty cool too.
Yeah. Exactly. No, that yeah.
Dazzler number 3 from a long time ago.
All right. Well, that's we're halfway. Well, no, we're not halfway through because we have 11 rounds tonight. So You and Anthony joke. All right. Well, back over to the Snyder Mansion with Teddy Bears and Grinches, and Rich and Sharon back in action. Sharon has dyed her hair white for the show this evening. Let us see. What do we have here for round 6? Because I did not preview any of this. We have a Sal Buscema Defender 6 board.
This is awesome.
Yeah, this is great. This is a page from Defender 6. This is Cyrus Black, who Anthony made sure to let me know. Apparently his like sacrament was like weed. So he was like a pot smoking villain or something with some reefer madness stuff going on. But it's a cool page. Lots of cool motion. I like the, there isn't a lot of technique. It's all like, in terms of like, there isn't a lot of like hatching and stuff. It's just very, clean, nice, solid.
Perfect.
Like blacks and shadows and drapery. And then you get some beast art at the bottom and that like grimoire
So
thing.
that's from 1973.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Really. And it is McLaughlin Inks. I saw the question in the chat.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Next up is we got a cat page with Falcon all over it.
Wham!
Yeah.
Mister.
Lots of action. He's
And a blam.
And a blam.
A wham and a blam.
A wham and a blam.
There you go.
A crack and a tunk and a scoff.
Ooh.
Everything, all the onomatopoeia you could want.
And a trash can used as a deadly weapon for good measure.
Yeah. So much happening there. 1500.
Yes.
And it's signed at the top.
Again. That's great.
Rich wasn't in that one.
That was a great one. I could watch that a few times.
You could. Well, after the way he slapped you around a few times, I think it's you should get a little enjoyment out of watching him get kicked around.
Yeah.
Bill, I have a question in the chat a couple times about how
I did. I saw that. Yes, I was going to.
So normally, people can pay me either via Zelle is good. That's my email address, or they could pay via PayPal. I'm pretty known in the hobby for many years, so people usually pay without the fee added on. If you want to pay with the fee added on, you just include it. So I'm not Anthony. I'm not running a business. This is just my own personal art. So if you want to pay me with PayPal, friends and family, of course it's good, and a million people could vouch for me. And if any problem, I'll take care of it. But if you want to pay me with PayPal and you want to do it goods and services, and they charge an extra 3.5% or 4%, as long as you add the extra 4%, I don't mind that. And then you could have the protection if that's what you prefer. But either way, if there's any problem with anything I send out, I'm good for it. You don't have to worry about that. But insofar as sending out an invoice, I've never sent out a PayPal invoice. Again, I'm not really a businessman. I'm just an art collector. But we could figure it out if that makes a difference.
I'll do it for free.
And insofar as time payments, someone asked me about that before the show. On the less expensive pieces, I guess ask. On the more expensive pieces that are coming up, I'm happy to do time payments for up to about 3 months, I'd say. Okay, nice hat, Bill.
Thank you. I'm joining Team Fish for the second half of the show. Like, what hat's going to go on backwards? I don't like it the other way. There we go. That's better. All right, round 6 over to you, Fish, and let's see what we got here. Ooh,
okay.
Oh my goodness.
Nope, that's not round 6.
Oh, did I get the wrong one?
You did.
How did I get the wrong?
That's not Dave Huber, and that's Knives Caliber.
That is not.
So that's supposed to be.
That is the wrong scan. It's the right.
That's by round 7A. So maybe try looking what you put by 7A.
I will try, but I don't know. That's not right.
Mine at all. That's Anthony's. That's
what?
A nice
Oh, that's because I'm all right. I'm flustered at the moment.
Ours.
There we go. We go. So this is round 6A, and this is not 2500. This
right.
is
it's the right image. Wrong.
Yes. So this is unused. This is the title splash unused by Dave Huber to Excalibur 52, where it's shows Professor X chilling in his office, or not chilling. Maybe looks like he's stressing, which I could definitely associate with. But they didn't use this for some reason. They used, if you look at Excalibur 52 and you look at the first page, it still shows Professor X in his office, but they made it a lot more lame. It's just nothing on the wall. But this has all the pictures of different X-Men, the original team on the wall, and Wolverine and Psylocke. How come Psylocke, they gave her a shot from the stomach up and all the rest of the characters just head faces? I don't know. You guess you have to figure that out for yourself. And yeah, it's pretty
let's
cool.
let's make it clear. This is $1,800, and I
Yeah,
apologize.
this is
Fish, but I
1800.
checked your slides to begin with, and I only looked at the prices and the descriptions to make sure we had the right stuff there. I didn't even look at the images while I was sliding through it. So this is the right image for 6A. It's
6A,
Yep.
$1,800 Excalibur, Dave Hoover, unused title splash.
Exactly. So we're going to give you a little extra time as we go over to the.
Okay, and 6B is a Josie and the Pussycats hostess ad, and its color transparency also comes with it. But it's a pretty cool hostess ad. If you wanted a hostess ad, here you go. Yeah, I mean, there's only a certain number of these. I know some people collect them, and I bought this one when I thought I was going to be collecting hostess ads, and then someone bought my favorite one off of me, and I said, you know what? I'm no longer collecting hostess ads. So this one's now for sale for less than I paid for it in Heritage.
Well, everybody wants a hostess ad, and you got to start somewhere, right?
It's a nice one. If you like,
Is this the
pretty
only
girls.
one that you have? Do you have others?
I had others. This is my last one left. Yep.
Well, that's that they're coveted. I think that's the right way to say it.
Yep. There's a.
Okay, James. I know you've been working out all year so that you don't lose again this year. Let's see those guns.
Yeah.
My son Max's hand, and that was a couple of years ago. His hand has grown since then.
Yeah, but has the muscle matched the see James Siegel? It's his favorite. I would have thought that would have been James's least favorite.
No, my son uses a tonal machine. That's why his hand is so big.
All right. Well, we should get those slides corrected for you before we get to the recap.
Wait, the same room.
Sent out a text alert. So round 7. Back to the book of the.
We're casting spells over here.
I see it.
Spells.
So where are we going here?
Okay, so this is actually
Tony Daniel.
this is all Superman. It's from a Batman comic though. It's from Batman the Devastator, and it's a splash page. It's the end page. Tony Daniel and Danny Mickey, both signed by both. And I mean, this is just a great, powered up Superman like piece, right? Like
Super rare. Like it's
yeah, he's just like the energy. He's about to lay down some I beams.
2018, 11 by 17, and
I mean,
and like
it's
frameable.
It's a strong piece. There's no doubt about that.
Yes.
That's yeah. So that's
it gets you thinking.
Yeah.
Get going for your day.
I
Look
almost
at that guy.
when I saw it. But over to 7B, you have the
Okay. So
Norm
7B is
Fun.
really cool. I liked this one because it's a Raven cover, which as long as I've been here, we haven't had a Raven cover, which I think is cool. We have it. It's Brett Booth too, which that's pretty awesome. Brett Booth is super good, and Norm Rapmund from 2018. Yeah, Raven, Daughter of Darkness. It's a cover. I mean, come on.
Cover.
Can't go
Woo!
wrong.
And it's signed from 2018. Yeah.
Shadow Rider. Any Shadow Rider? That is so Raven.
It's so Raven.
Yes, indeed. $1,800 for that one.
Yes.
Craven for Raven.
Yeah.
Oh, he wanted to do a giveaway of like a Craven something because of the trailer that came out, which I haven't watched yet. But that does remind me that all the claims, everyone's gonna get greeting card art. I think he mentioned that in his Instagram video. But
Okay. Are they all? Is it right side up trading card or greeting card art, or is it upside down greeting card art? Because usually the pieces that he gives away are never the right side up.
No, these are all upside down. I didn't even plan.
I don't know what that means.
I just literally
right
don't.
side up. Can't you turn it?
It's because whenever you put something towards the camera, it ends up being upside down. It's funny.
Sharon, he always holds those strips up, and he says he's giving away the upside down ones.
Oh yeah, these are all upside down. Very exclusive. These aren't Frank Thorne. He doesn't want to give away any more Frank Thorne. So
we understand. We understand. Okay. Antoine says, time for no hat. There we go. All right. Back to that. I'll put the Santa hat back.
I
All
was
right.
just about to go get my hat.
Before we start my round, I just want to say I misnumbered those scans. So that was my fault, not Bill or Emma's fault that those things are out of order. My fault.
And like I said, I never look at the images. You know, the thing I always fear the most, Fish, is putting the wrong price down. So it's like when I do my pre-show,
You don't want someone to
I
quickly claim it for cheaper and then say you already sold it to me. And
I almost never look at the scans. I just look. I look at the.
Yeah, no, I misnumbered them. That was my bad.
So yeah, no problem. We're on it. We'll definitely have it fixed in the recap. All right, so round 7 now. Over to it's going to have the wrong image though, right? We need to show the right image and tell people what.
Okay, so this is not Dave Hoover and this is not 1800. This is back to the What If number 22. This is a splash from that book. This is from What If Dr. Doom Was a Hero. This is from the original 1979 What If number 22, and this is about as badass an image of the Watcher as you'll find, sitting on an asteroid, pointing his finger, talking about time. Yeah, I like this a lot. A historic battle was fought that fateful day with 4 world champions pitting their cosmic ray-given powers against the science and sorcery of Victor Von Doom. So yeah, if you want a wall-ready splash of the Watcher with all this cosmic crackle and planets and asteroids around him, maybe those are all asteroids. I'm not sure if any of them are planets. It's pretty priced. This is 2,500.
2,500.
It's 2,500. That is that, and then nope.
Nope. I'm sorry, I have to switch over.
We have to go to okay, and this is a Iron Man and She-Hulk battle page by Mike Vosberg and Chick Stone, and it's signed by Vosberg somewhere here. Remember, yep, it's on the top panel. He signed right next to Iron Man.
That's right.
And it's pretty cool. Every panel is great. I mean, which panel here is not cool? Top panel has a great Iron Man flying in, and then Savage She-Hulk and Iron Man crashing into the wall, and then She-Hulk and Iron Man. It's pretty old, pretty vintage.
Let's do it.
And yeah, I like this page.
That is very nice.
There's nothing else to say. If you're a She-Hulk fan and you're an Iron Man fan, that's a great page. And if you're not, just go on to the next.
Well, early She-Hulk pages are hard to find. You don't see Vosberg pages too often. So no, I mean, this is awesome. And it's got plenty of bricks on it.
Plenty of bricks that Iron Man destroys.
Do you like Silver Surfer because there's a naked man riding around on a board?
No.
Ay. All right, see, back to my Santa hat here. All right, round 8. Do we have a cake break? I have no idea. Oh, shoot. There we go. So we do or we don't? We do.
We do. Correct.
Okay. All right, everybody's changing hats but Fish. Let's see.
We're Team Anthony.
We're Team Anthony.
That is true. Did Anthony tell you to put those on? Did he text you?
No. We're just indoctrinated.
All right. I don't have a fedora to wear. So Norm Brayfogle.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, this is Norm Brayfogle, Shadowhawk card art. Fish had some card art earlier. We have some card art as well. Shadowhawk. It's cool. It's a nice, tight little piece. Published card art. I found a color version of it, but it wasn't on the card format. I was looking for the actual card, like the trading card, but so I didn't want to just put the card anyway. But yeah, this is card art. Brayfogle signed. Yeah, 93. Gorgeous. Totally cool. Great little character study. Also published. Perfection. 2000. Yeah.
There it is.
There's that one.
All right, very nice. And the other piece is is interesting.
It is very interesting. This is a neat one for you like comics history aficionados, like eclectic types. Yeah. This is a Wendy Pini tryout page for Marvel. She sent this in. It's signed Wendy Fletcher. So very early work, but she sent this in to Marvel. It's got Medusa on it. Anthony made an obscene joke about the snow. And so we have early Wendy Pini, and it's like Marvel, which is pretty wild. We have this at 2, and there's a bonus too.
What's the bonus?
The bonus is another page. We actually have a few pages from this, but
what kind of paper is that on? It looks different. Like I'm not.
It's on okay. It's actually kind of brittle. So the paper's a bit brittle. It's not board.
Don't damage it.
I'll try. Oh, hello.
Oh,
No,
everybody got to see Nick Ferrucci rip a piece of art in half early in his streaming career a few years ago, but we don't want to have that happen here. So the stuff that's behind it, though, is somewhat original as well.
this is another. This was a tryout story that she sent us. So this is the title page, which is what we're selling. But I guess he wanted to show off that there
are other tryout pieces that he'll be rolling out on the website sometime soon.
Correct.
Got it.
If he dies, he dies.
Wow, that was a right hook to Rich there. All right, so as soon as Fisch is done, we get to see what cake Sharon has baked for us today.
All right, I gotta go get it.
Yes, you do. All right, Fisch, here we go. 8A on the board.
Okay, this is I see Anthony selling the regular ROM pages for about 3,000 all the time. I figure that's a great price for one with Galactus, right? It's a pretty cool Galactus page.
That is nice.
The top panel has ROM. Second panel has Galactus looking out his window, peeping on ROM, and then a couple of Galactus. And is that Terrax in the middle panel? I think that's Terrax. Pretty sure that's Terrax. I have led Galactus to feast on more worlds than all his other heralds combined. Yet never has he regarded me with the favor he reserves for them. Oh, because in the previous panel, he talks about Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer was my first and greatest herald, yet Rom seems his equal in every way. He's wrong. Rom is not Silver Surfer's equal. Anyways, so you have Galactus in 3 panels here. You have Terrax, Jealous Terrax. You have Rom. You have some ships on the bottom. You have space. You have stars. So, yeah, I mean, before spending 3,000 on a regular Rom panel, spend 3,000 on this one where you get Rom and vintage Joe Sinnott and Selby Summit Galactus. Okay, this next one is card art. It's not so big. It's the redo that Joe Jusko did of his original 1992 Marvel Masterpiece set. He redid them but didn't do any backgrounds, and he published these in a book that just came out about 2 months ago. This is 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. My buddy Jason's like, you know what? There's that crazy card art market. Just put it there. You'll get a lot for it. You know, maybe. But I just figured I'd put it here first. It's if you like Thanos, if you remember this card from the 1992 Marvel Masterpiece set, and how could we forget it? This is where Thanos is injecting himself into a little planet. So you can't really forget this card. But if you're into the card and if you're into the card art, the retail on these were $2,500, and it was random which one you got. And then afterwards, the regular characters sold for about $2,500, and the better characters sold for more and more. And this is Thanos. I figure one of the best characters, so 4,000 is a nice price. But yep, that's that.
That is that. Now, hey Maureen, you know what? Maureen's running the videos. Why don't you play that one that Fisch sent us? You know, the one that that could usher in the cake break. I think it would be good. I don't know if she knows which one. You know which one I'm talking about?
Gandalf time.
Exactly.
What happened, Gandalf? Why didn't you meet us?
I was delayed.
Oh, that was better before you put me in there too, but that's funny.
You had the moves.
Not really, but thank you. Gandalf had the moves.
He did. He really did. But okay, so Sharon, what have you baked for us?
Hey! I'm excited to show. This is for my son's 23rd birthday.
It's
Jameson
so cute.
is going to be 23. He loves anime and especially Spirited Away,
Yes.
the movie. And these are soot sprites. I don't know if you can see them
kinda see it.
correctly.
So Spirited Away, classic Miyazaki Studio Ghibli movie. The soot sprites are these cute little, basically like mascot characters for the movie. But what they do is they transport the coal around the bathhouse to warm the bathhouse in the movie. Spirited Away is all about a girl who gets, it's beautiful.
Spirited Away.
Yeah, a girl who gets spirited away, basically. And it's a beautiful movie, iconic. Pretty much probably everyone's seen it. Yeah, people in the chat, everybody's going nuts. It's really gorgeous and very cute and looks very tasty as well.
I had a lot of fun making this for him. I'm gonna put a 23 on the top, of course.
Yes.
Tomorrow. Yay!
Has Jamie seen it yet?
No.
Sharon, you're 30. How do you have a 23-year-old kid?
Thank you.
Charmer.
Adoption. So
Yes.
that's a 100% edible cake, and it's going to be devoured tomorrow at the birthday party, right?
Definitely. Yes. Hopefully. Hopefully he'll like it.
He's gonna love it. He's gonna freak. It'll be awesome.
Yay!
Someone claimed the cake. Sorry, it's been claimed. Not for sale.
Well, that is fantastic.
I'm not baked. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I haven't been baked in a long time.
No, that's tea.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Regular
Well,
tea.
you outdid yourself, Sharon. That is fantastic. And yes,
he likes it.
don't touch the cake, Rich. Leave it alone.
I do have a sweet tooth, so
Yeah. Well, I have other things.
When you think about the cake, just pick up that Rubik's Cube. That is,
it's like conspicuously over here.
I put it there for you.
Oh, really?
Yes, I did.
Like a
And there's a
fidget
dinosaur on
so
the
in between rounds, you can work on that. We expect it to be done by the time we're
We'll do a Rubik's Cube race, Rich.
There's another toy.
Oh wow, yeah. Here we have this a T-Rex just sitting here.
Yeah,
there's all sorts of wonders around us.
Put that for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Well, round 9 is upon us. We have
Here.
3 more rounds to go before we get to the recap.
Yes.
So, Rich, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So let's see what did Anthony prepare for us today for round 9. I think this is his Mark to share round.
Yes, this is a text round. So you guys have seen it. A couple of these we keep, drip feeding them out. This one's another doozy. This is all Ghost Rider. He is driving upside down on a cable line on a bridge on his motorcycle. Like, come on, that's super badass. Can't get more badass than that. And signed by Mark. This one isn't one of the ones that has a sketch on the back. I think the next one does. But yeah, we are we've done good business on these so far, and we have a couple left. So we're showing them off here first. 2800, 1991.
And we've shown a couple of these off in the last few shows with Wolverine on a couple of them as well. So let's see, what was the other ones? That's right, it's from the same set. Now I think he showed us this one the other day, but here we go. So it's priced $4,500.
Yeah, 4,500. We got Wolverine and Ghost Rider totally laid out. And I don't know, something bad happened to them, I guess, before this. And they're going to be rescued by this hot chick and this skulking figure. And it's signed. It's Title Splash. I also want to let you guys know that if nothing sells, Anthony will blame me. So please help me.
Hey, it's how it goes sometimes, man. Sometimes, you're batting 1,000 is what the chat would say. But
yeah.
I was sleeping. I didn't realize they needed rescuing.
Oh, maybe they are sleeping. I don't know. Maybe they're just hanging out. Taking a.
No better place to do that than in the graveyard.
Totally. Taking 5.
Come on, guys, buy some art. I have to feed all these cats.
There you go. Jeff Dunn said that piece should be titled "Open Bar at OAX." Let's hope that nobody ends up quite zonked like that on reception night. We don't want that. And Rich, everybody, just so you know, if you haven't met Rich in person before, you will get to see him at OAX because he's going to be there. Anthony's got 2 booths this time around, and he needs help. So if you've always wanted to get an autograph by Rich, late January is your opportunity to do that. All right, round 9 over to Mr. Fishpens here, and let's see what he brought for us.
Okay, here is a Keith Pollard Thor page, and it's really cool. And if you try and count how many Mephistos or Mephisti are on the page, there's many of them. In that first panel, they're all attacking Thor from multiple angles. I think I see 5 there. And Thor throws his magic hammer, and it goes through all of them, and then finally hits the real Mephisto. It's a really cool page. If you're a fan of that classic Thor Mephisto battle, I don't know if I've ever seen a better panel page to that effect. Maybe a splash, but this is a really cool page of Thor against the multiple Mephisti.
That's awesome. And the classic 6-panel layout. I mean, you're right. I don't think there's probably a better page in the book than this one.
It's a great page. There's a good splash in that book. I know the book. I like the story. But panel page. This is really cool. And on to the next. Oh, I guess you have a lot of time. All right. On to the next. This is a Keith Pollard and Jim Mooney page from ASM 193. Things are getting a little more expensive now, but so it happens when we get to these vintage pages. Is Spider-Man versus the Fly, classic issue. And in fact, I love the words that they use right over here when the when the webbing hits the fly's face and it goes "fap." You can make what you want of that. But yes, it's I'm sure that wasn't by accident. But yeah, it's a pretty vintage, pretty classic page. You know that it's been tucked away in a collection for a while before I got it. And Spider-Man fighting the Fly all-out battle page. I put one of these up at Comic Connect about a year ago. It was not Pollard. It was JR Jr. But it sold for $19,000. These old battle pages of Spidey and his villains pre-issue 200 sell for a lot. So I figured $6,000 is a nice starting price on that. And if you're a fan of the snow falling and Spidey fighting the Fly, buy it or make an offer. And if you're not, I'll keep it.
No, it's a fantastic page.
That's it. Then we can run down my clock.
You did well on the for your Keith Pollard round.
Nice
those
Pollard
are
round.
great pages. Yes,
it is Spanish Fly, Mr. Red Jack. Absolutely, that's why it says FAP.
Oh boy! All right. Well, moving on to round 10. We got 2 more rounds to go until we get to the recap here. Back over to Rich flying solo with the Grinch. So let's see, what did Anthony pick for you that you had to write something about? We got a Defenders page again.
Yeah, so this is another Sal Defenders 4 page. This is Namor battling the Executioner. His name is Scourge, but he's, I guess, more well known as the Executioner, or like vice versa. I don't know, but there's a lot of Scourge on here. And a lot of action. It's from 1973. We have it at 3250. It's a Sal Defenders page. It's great. Look at his scowling face. Who does that remind you of? I wonder.
You just see the dimple in his chin. We know it was Anthony. That first panel's awesome, though. I mean,
yeah.
That is fantastic.
That is fantastic. That is very cool. Like the total Namor fights on. That's just alone. That's great. Totally. Okay. Next up, this is probably we did really good with the Namor Big Defenders page recently. This is like the other really good one we have. And Anthony really likes it because it's Doctor Strange versus Merlin. I mean, it's not Merlin. His name's actually like Fragon or something, but it's an analog for Merlin. So we got like new school wizard versus like classic wizard. Really cool. And then like a giant Namor base in the bottom, and all that nice wavy line work, nice motion throughout the page. It's a good one, I think. 1973, 45. Yeah.
I was wondering the same thing. It does look like Namor's wearing. I got a earring in there, and it's.
Oh yeah, he does.
Is that canon? I had no idea. And the wizard could be Frank Thorne for all you know.
Yes, he found his way. Into
Spider-Man, you've been defeated for the last time by the Kingpin!
Come on, man. I got 100 orders to look for.
And that art that just got knocked down to the floor is the art Rich is trying to sell you now. Ignore the slight bend.
Oh my gosh, my
Yes,
hair,
exactly.
my hair and my beard. Oh my god, what was going on? That's crazy.
Your
That's
younger
like-
days.
It's a
When
long
you
time.
were still in your mid-20s, not your late 20s.
Not my late 20s.
And I have to point out to everybody, while the lights are bright at Casa Snyder, the camera issues have been fixed. He is no longer a pixelated snowman. We can actually make out the details of things. So
Did you ever see that Woody Allen movie where it turns out the abominable snowman is just a blurry pixelated character? So I think Anthony is just pixelated. So when he gets in front of the camera, you're going to see he's going to be pixelated again.
Just censored at all times.
Interesting. Well, maybe we'll have them switch those network cables back the way they were. All right, round 10 over to you, Fish. And
All right, here we go again, back to that Rom Galactus issue. But this is sweet. This is like, if you're a Galactus fan, you're not going to find a Galactus page like this anywhere near this price from Sal Buscema and Joe Sinnott. This is if you look at the top 3 panels, they're all Galactus. If you're a Galactus fan, I'm huge. But if you look at the next 2 panels, the 2 side panels, that's the whole ROM team. You have all the characters there. All the different robots are there. You have the whole crew, and just a great page. Just a great page that probably would cost a lot more than this if it were at any dealer. But yep, full-on Galactus and full-on ROM team, and a fantastic page full of space and stars. That's it. Let's go to the next one.
All right. Next one is.
All right. The next one is an oversized page. This is twice up. This is Ron Lim. This is Infinity Gauntlet. If you are an Adam Warlock fan, this is an Adam Warlock page. If you're a Silver Surfer fan, this has some Silver Surfer on it also, because that's who he's talking to. That's who he's showing up over here as he gets bigger and bigger and bigger and humongous. So it's a really cool Infinity Gauntlet page. It's humongous. It's, like I said, it's a twice up page. And if you've been looking for a nice Infinity Gauntlet page that's got Adam Warlock on it, I can't think of a better one that's like this. And that's it. Now I have 43 seconds. So what's going on in your life, Bill? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm busy, but life is good though. Honestly, life is good. Six weeks until OAX, Fish. So it's
moving fast. Josh, 3A sold already. 3A was the Usagi Jimbo.
I was
sold already to Pat L.
Yes.
But thank you.
But I would agree with you. These are 2 fantastic pages, especially that Galactus ROM.
Yeah, they're all good.
I know that I'm in complete agreement with you on that one. If it was on a dealer's site, it would be.
No, that would be a $12,000 or $10,000 page. Yeah,
at least.
No, yep.
There are some excited Galactus characters out there that.
It's great. I like it. I'm a big fan. Frank Robert Johnson wants the Thunder Duck.
Thunder Duck. That's right. You had
300. Yeah, Frank. But you're the one that asked before about sending out invoices. I'll do 300, which puts me actually at a loss on the piece. I'm going to lose money on that piece, and I'm fine. I just bought it to sell on here just for fun. But if you send with regular PayPal friends and family, send 300. If you send goods and services, you add the 4%. I'm already losing money on the piece, and I'll take your 300. Okay, if we have a deal, then we have a deal.
All right, we'll pay attention to the chat. See Frank give us a thumbs up or not, but we do appreciate the offer, and we appreciate.
And Bill can vouch for me. Don't have to worry about that.
Oh, I certainly can.
Yeah.
If claim, can you pay in full at OAX?
You can, number one Marvel fan. You can pay me at OAX. That's fine.
So I called her yesterday, and then I sent her a text message, and she still hasn't answered me back, and I don't know what to do, and I feel like, should I try again, or what do you think? You're not even listening to a word I say.
That's a weird way to start a conversation.
Oh boy, life at the Fisch household. Yeah,
my wife is awesome. She's amazing. You got lucky.
I have to say we have saved the best meme for last after your next round. So all right. And
well, Frank never answered back, so for now I'm going to keep it in the not sold pile. And if Frank agrees that we'll pay in full via PayPal, I will move it to the sold pile. Okay.
All right, there you go, Frank. Either if you're going to pay the 300 via PayPal, it's got to be friends and family,
or he could pay with goods and services. I don't mind him protecting himself. Just
add the 4%. Add the 4%. Very good.
Yep. Okay.
All right, so we're going on to round 11. I know Anthony doesn't have any slides for this because he didn't give us any artwork. So you're holding artwork? Are you holding artwork? Do you have something
Oh,
to
he
show it?
never gave me anything because he got sick and then he just left. So like he was talking about, oh, we can do another round, but then he never gave me anything for it.
In the last minute text he sent me, he made it sound like he actually had told you about something. All right, well we'll just skip that. This gives Fisch a little
quick night. That works
it
for
will,
me.
It will be, but we should. Well, we'll save this other meme for the end of your 11th round.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and get 11A on the board.
Okay, this piece is actually on my calf. It's part of my permanent collection, but I'm willing to sell it. This is John Buscema breakdowns and Klaus Janson finishes. I'm not sure if you call that Buscema or Jansen, or let's just call it Buscema. But this is actually, as Snorik said when he had it highlighted on your show, Bill, on your Thursday night show, a pretty important piece. This is from Marvel Age Annual 4. This predates the Wolverine series. This is after the Frank Miller miniseries, but before Wolverine had his own series. And this introduces Madripoor. It's Madripoor's second appearance, actually. And it introduces Wolverine into his own series. It's a pretty historic page. It's the first time I think they ever used this Wolverine title on top over here. And if you read the page, it's really amazing. It says Madripoor, my kind of town. I'm Wolverine. To those who know him, one of the most dangerous men in the world. Want to find out how dangerous? Cross me sometime. Just remember to say your prayers first. I mean, it's a pretty iconic page. It's actually a really important piece of Wolverine history. I bet you if Berkey had this, it would be 15 or 20,000, not because of the art necessarily, although it's nice, but because of what it is in Wolverine history. He still has that little mask over his face that he has on the cover of Wolverine #1, because this comes right before Wolverine #1. So if you're a big Wolverine fan and you're looking for a piece of Wolverine history, well, you could spend 220,000 on the Romita sketch, or you could spend 7,000 on this page, which is, again, pretty historic. And the last page is another Buscema. Today's John Buscema's birthday, so I figured I'd end with 2 John Buscema pages. And this one is Galactus walking through Manhattan. And I actually, even though this is a Galactus page, it's that Ego panel I really like the most. That last panel. Yeah. So this is where Thor and Galactus make a truce. And you can see Hercules running over to try and fight. And Thor's like, wait, let me talk to him. And Galactus asks for his help. And it's so crazy. He asks for his help with this mad living planet called Ego. It's not Ego's first introduction, but it's early Ego. And at the time before we know, like, truthfully now, we'd be much more scared of Galactus than Ego. But at this point in Marvel history, Galactus is terrified of Ego, and it gives you a sense of how big he is, at least in this, walking along the buildings of Manhattan. So from Thor 226, you don't see too many really vintage Galactus pages, and especially look at that third panel with Thor flying down, his hammer holding him up in the air. And yeah, it's a great page. It's a fantastic page. It's a page I'm happy to sell, and I'm happy to not sell.
It's fair.
I wish for true love.
Hi.
Hi.
I wish for a John Byrne X-Men page.
Oh my. That will go down as one of our favorite memes.
That was a good one.
That we made or that you guys made. It is right there in the top 5. It's so
top
perfect.
5. That's top 1.
Oh, top. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Maureen said it was her favorite. So for
my favorite too. So Maureen and I have something good in common.
What are you holding there, Sharon? Let's see.
Rich went out to the truck to get this.
Wait, I'm coming.
He's coming. It's the corgis.
The corgi piece.
The corgi piece. It's so amazing. Like, look at this in all its glory.
So,
how many corgis are there? 1, 2, 3.
A lot of corgis. Very cute. Christian Slade is the artist. I saw Anthony in the chat. He said, show the Ask Fors, the corgi, and the Romita Jr.
Oh my God.
Which he pulled these.
You're scurrying.
I was scurrying. Yeah, see, I'm still scurrying. Even
at our house.
So the corgis are for sale, I take it. So
yeah, they are. They're on the website.
All right.
We had interest in it, and then I guess that person didn't get back, so we wanted to show it off a little bit.
Okay.
It's like kids' book illustration, decorative, very, very beautiful, very cute. A couple years ago in San Diego, everybody walking by was asking about this on my side, on my booth, because I had it up on the wall, but nobody bought it. And then he wanted to show this again. The JR and Scott Hanna And Valley's here.
Valley's here.
You can see your nose for a second at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, the JRJR and Scott Hanna.
You like the corgis?
JRJR pencils and the Scott Hanna inks and colors. He wanted to show this 2-piece off.
And what's the price on that one?
Oh, this one we have at $2,500. Oh, we have an offer. Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So what do we got? It's 1,000 for your 7A. You had $1,500 on them. That was the here. I'll just pull it up on the screen so we can.
7A is the Epting Palmer Avengers. Oh wait, no, that's 4. Yeah, no, never mind. You're right. So 7A is the Batman Devastator. He's asking 1,000. What do you think, Ant? I mean, I have an opinion, but I don't want to jump to any conclusions.
I have an opinion too.
I would say, I mean, he's not here. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, oh, he's saying he. I'm glad I didn't say what I was gonna say. He says 1,200.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay, so favorite hero offered 1,000, and Anthony on his sick bed has countered at $1,200.
Oh.
1,200.
And favorite hero is asking 1,100 to counter that. This would put Anthony, while he's not here, in the lead by $100. Since I did see that Frank agreed to figure out how to use friends and family with PayPal and send $300.
Or he could just add the.
Or he can add the thing. Nobody said it in the chat though. He said that he would. So.
Oh, he said he was going to do it. I missed that comment.
Yeah, I did highlight it.
1,100. Deal.
Anthony's saying yes, so that's a done deal. Okay. I guess Rich has gotten off the schneid, as we like to say around here.
Come on.
I got a sale. I'm starting to enjoy this.
What?
So the Thunder Duck is sold, yeah? 300, and Frank, it's $20 shipping. Anything's $20 shipping.
Yep.
Right, if you
Thunder Duck,
if it's cheaper, if you happen to live really locally, it's 10. I'll send you back to 10. But $20 shipping.
Thank you, favorite hero. I'm off the chopping block. I'm out of the hot seat.
Thank you
good.
so
Somebody needs to call TAMD1 and let him know about the 3 Galactus pieces that Fisch has shown off this evening. Since we're going to be starting the recap side of things with Rich and Sharon, and we'll have to see how Anthony's texts can actually come and help us. But yes, we're ready for the recap, I believe. And we have no Ragnarok recap intro video for this. We're just going to
Oh man!
At least as far as I know.
I see you getting claimy. Yes, very claimy indeed.
Oh, there you go. I guess we do have a.
I have a hat. It works.
Yes, and email addresses are on the screen at the moment for those of you who feel the need to leave, but we prefer that you don't. We got 150 people watching the show right now, and you want to hang out for the recap.
Yeah.
And the duel is indeed a close one.
Who's gonna win?
You guys are going to win for sure. I have no chance.
No chance for you. No chance.
Fisch has shown some really great stuff. He's got some really great stuff.
Yeah, but not as good as us.
Oh boy, smack talking has begun. All right, we're at 112 likes. We should be able to squeeze out another 38 to at least get 150 from this thing.
He's the bad one.
Where do we start? Let's see. Anthony only sold the 1. He's 7A, so we got a lot of Anthony to look at here. And first up is the 1A Zach Mosley.
Yeah, the beep. Yeah, so recap on this one. It's
gotta go
cool.
fast.
It's eclectic. I mean, it's like very, if you're into strip art.
It's sexy. It's Barbie. It's
schmexy,
gorgeous.
It's cool. It's Zach
Hang
Mosley.
it on your wall.
Smiling
It's Marilyn
Jack.
Monroe. The skirt is flowing.
It's a whole 3-piece deal. Vintage art.
Best price.
Oh.
Rich.
What year? That's a good question. I don't know if we know. Well, let's see. Let's look at the post date.
Anthony says 275. See, he's as good in the chat as he is when he's on screen. Right after the bell goes off. 275. Best price on this one from Anthony.
What
Well,
year?
it's older.
It's it's definitely older.
Let's look at the stamp, the little, the
Yeah.
stamp there. It's got to have a date on it.
1940. Jesus. 1940.
Okay.
There you go. That's worth a lot.
That's really cool. That's silver, I think, right? Silver.
So,
All right.
what's
So
your best price?
$275. Oh, and Stephen Crawford has claimed.
$275?
Yay! Oh.
Yay! I hope you're getting a good commission for these, Rich. All right. Thank you, Stephen Crawford, for picking that one up. Next, we have for the 1B, the Mark Beecham.
Right.
Tiger colored commission.
Bazam.
Originally priced at $250. What do you think? Well, I'm not going to put you on the spot, Rich. We'll wait for Anthony to put something in the chat for us all.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try my luck here. I do deals at shows, but that's when he's
all right. So this
when he's
is
not
the...
watching.
Well, I think he's not in the chat right now because he's not giving us a new price.
I don't know, like 200.
200.
That's
all right. 200. Very good. I like that.
Great. There we go.
That's
200.
normal. That's okay. That's not.
All right. There you go. See, he's just a little slow. $200 for one B.
200 too. See, we're on the same wavelength.
Yes,
all right. Next we have the Desaniga. Very cool. Very
now this
pretty.
is gorgeous.
This honestly, I would.
What do you think your best price would be?
I would mark it even higher. How about that?
Okay,
That's
so
something I can
650.
The price is going up.
It doesn't work that way in the recap.
People.
I don't
This
know.
is gorgeous.
What is?
I'm going to start putting you on the spot since when Anthony doesn't put the number in there fast. What do you think Anthony's answer will be? Because the bell's rung.
650. It's gone up.
700.
So sorry.
There you go. Anthony's not changing the price on that one. He's sticking at 450.
Wow, interesting.
Okay. Well, there you have it. 450 on the Storm Colored Commission.
We're keeping
Next
it
up,
at 450 because
the
it's
Escorza Brothers.
gorgeous.
The Escorza. So we already marked this one down from what it was on the website. So I'll say that much. So you're already getting a deal. So
getting a deal.
I mean, this is a great piece. We've had a lot of people like put this on hold and then not pay for it. Someone started to pay for it and then got refunded. So I don't know how long this is going to be available because people want it. So
Everybody loves
now's your
this.
chance. Look, his pay slip is still in here.
Well, we didn't get a reduced price from Anthony in the chat. So,
Well,
It's
I
a
don't know.
turtle.
It's turtle. I don't know. He says 650.
650. All right, 650 for 2B.
The Escorza Brothers, last
650.
Ronin.
That's good.
Oh, okay. Next, we're doing the Perez Nightwing bust. Da, da, da. It's a nice little tight Perez piece. Come on, you want it? It's
Look at that. I
look
want
at it.
That.
Look at those eyes. You know, he's like, oh, I feel like
Staring into your soul.
Right? And that flip of the hair.
5A 600. Are we there? Where are we? What one are we on?
Well, we haven't gotten to that one yet, but we can always highlight that one.
Dreamy. That's right. That's why Babs
Yes.
is in love with this man.
Dude's dreamy.
Well, since Anthony didn't give us a new price on this one, I guess we're going to keep it at $400. Anthony, if you want to give us reduced prices, you got to put it in the chat, or I'm going to let Rich start marking these things down.
I'll just say whatever.
I think we trust you, Rich.
I
Yeah,
think
I
we
know.
trust
Worked
you.
for Anthony a long time. You know what he would reduce these shoes for.
I know my way around.
He's the rich.
The Perez Nightwing, best price. I don't know. Like, that's Perez. Maybe like 375. I don't want to go too low because it's, I don't know.
350, Rich. It's 350. Yes, I'm going to help you guys out. 350 on the Perez, $400, 350 on that one. So answer the question there from Captain.
350. We're saying.
Now, of course, we run out of time on 3B here with this Norm Brayfogle.
So 500 for the Brayfogle. Really nice Batman. Really like minimal, very sleek Batman.
And if your name is James, it's the perfect art for you. So 3B,
Yeah,
price
James
$500. Now, Jeff Dunn, we will get to your offer when we get to the 5A.
Yes,
Just keep
Jeff.
things flowing here. I don't want to pause and jump around. So 4A, we got the Epting Palmer Avengers 356 page. Anthony had $800 on this one. What do you think, Rich?
I say, put this with the brave folder. Thank you.
What?
I say, I mean, like the swordsman, I don't really know who that is. So like, I would go down to like, I don't know, like 7. That's like pretty big. 100. So
All right, $700 on the 4A. That's what I would have said too.
Have an offer on.
And Anthony actually agrees with us both, so that's good.
See, we're on. We know
Say
we're on the
what?
same wavelength. We share a brain at this point, which is kind of scary. So the other Avengers. This one's a little better. It's got Cap a little bit. It's got Hercules. It's got Crystal. I don't know. Definitely not 700.
What do you mean you don't know? You know everything.
Probably, I would probably like 750. You know, definitely not 7 because this is better than the last one.
How about 725, Rich?
Bill.
750.
750 is, and I'm sticking to it. I guess.
Okay, 750.
Whatever.
All righty. Now we're on the 5A. Now this was the one that we did the an offer from Jeff.
Yes.
It's priced at $1,000, and Jeff is offering you $600 for this one. I don't
The
know.
fluoride man, the fluoronic man.
Ooh.
What was he offering? 600. Ooh. Anthony's gonna have to chime in on that one.
No.
Me personally would say no, but I don't know. It's up to Anthony and Sharon. It's up to Anthony on that. He might counter. He'll probably counter.
He will say no.
Should I counter?
Counter.
You could just go ahead and say what you would like to ask for. There you go. Anthony said 785.
I was gonna say 8. So you're getting a better deal from Anthony than me.
Go in.
All right, 785 back to you, Jeff. We appreciate the offer that you made.
Yes.
Six
Thank you so much.
Hard.
Yeah.
Thank you for the offer.
Yeah.
All right, next up, 5B. Brave Fogel, Batman, Shadow of the Bat. 1250 was the price on this one.
Brave Fogel.
Be or
This
not
is,
to be.
this is pretty fairly priced, I would say. It's got long ears. There's chess. Everybody loves chess. There's Schlitz beer.
Schlitz.
It's Schlitz.
Oh
Come
my
on.
God! I knew like
It's better than what you got when you drank Blatz. But so what's your best price on this, Rich?
I feel like if I were Anthony, I probably wouldn't go down, but let's see what I think I might not go down. I think I might hold.
I would hold. I gotta figure this out.
He's not saying anything.
Alberto, we don't talk other guys' details and offers until it gets around to them. But
I'm holding at 1250.
This is always welcome to handle things in the chat if you'd like. So, all right, we're holding at 1250 on this one.
I agree.
Thank you, Rich.
He's saying 1100. 1100.
I
was gonna say 1150.
Not much lower.
6A.
Go back, Bill. Go back. No, it's okay. People got that. All right, so 6A. Pothead sorcerer. His name is Cyrus Black. We have it at 15. This is Sabusema Defenders. 15. I don't know. He's not saying anything. 5, 4, 3. I'll say like 1275. Right. I think that's okay. 1275.
We don't know. You want to say 1275? That's
what
fine.
I'm saying. I don't know what he's going to say. I'm saying 1275.
Well, he's delayed. So 1275 on 6A. 6B.
He missed
$1,500 on this one as well.
1275.
I don't really care for the Falcon personally. Where is it? Where's the page? Sharon,
don't worry about it. It's up there.
We're looking right at it.
It's up there.
Yeah, and I know, but I want to hold it. I want to have it. Okay.
I know it's so hard.
So, Sal, Cat Page, bottom price, 13. He said 13 at the same time I did. I didn't even see that before I said 13. That's crazy. That's so weird.
All right.
Mind meld.
Right. We don't know if he's talking about the last page, but we'll go with 1300 on this one. So 7A did sell. to favorite hero. So we got 7B up next. That was the Booth and
7A sold.
Worm.
He said PM
was that?
1300. Is this PM?
No, that's I don't know.
Hmm.
But that I think that's the one he was talking about. Anyway, moving on. Next.
Gotta move on.
Next. A Raven cover. Brett Booth. Come on. I don't know.
It's exciting.
Maybe I'm waiting for him to say something. He's not gonna say something. I'm gonna say 16. I'll say 16.
All right, $1,600.
That's me. He might even go lower. I don't know. I'm not so sure, but Brett Booth is good.
I don't know.
Brett Booth is good, and it's a cover, so it's hard, really.
Yeah. Covers are
Shadowhawk card art.
beautiful.
I don't know a lot about card art. Honestly, this seems high to me, but I don't know. I'm not supposed to say that, but I don't know. I mean, it's Brayfogle.
You can say whatever you want. We say that.
Anthony knows what he's
We
doing.
say it all.
I don't really know with this one. I mean, I don't know. I would lower it, but
if you look at it and you love it, then you know, like,
it's a good piece and all. All right.
you're an artist.
It's okay,
You
Rich.
get it.
It is high. I don't know. 1750.
He's an artist. He's a graduate.
Yeah.
That was right. We'll go with 1750 then. Thank you, Rich.
Like
Next
7
up.
years ago. Okay. The Peony. I'm biased because I like this one. So this is probably, I mean, this is like it's marked for like just novelty, I feel like. I mean, it's Peony, but it's also like interesting. So that's probably why it's marked the way it is.
Do you think it would be higher?
No, I don't think it would be higher. I think this is all right. But maybe a little.
Okay.
Money Peony made Elf Quest, one of the longest running like independent comics. Wendy and Richard Peony. It is Richard, right? Is it Richard?
It is. What's your best price on this one?
Elf Quest. I read some of it. It's good. Best price on this? I might even. I could
Anthony.
go. I would say I could go really low, and it might make him upset. But I would even say like
Probably
15. Scary. Whatever. Moving on. I said 15.
And it.
All right. Next up, 9A. The Mark Teixeira MCP page, all Ghost Rider. $2,800.
28. Yeesh. Okay. That's probably fine though. I don't know, like 25. Wait, that's low. Maybe
That's low.
26. 200 down. What do you think, Sharon? What's your
I
best
would
price,
say
Sharon?
$27.50.
$27.50, says Sharon.
It's Mark Teixeira.
All righty. $27.50 on 9A. We have another Mark Teixeira piece. That's the Graveyard.
This
Slumbering
one, yeah,
splash page. Chapter
it's a title splash, a chapter splash. It's got the Springsteen, Jersey's Finest. It's got both of them on it. It's really hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard to.
I love.
This is like Anthony prerogative type stuff. I don't want to touch this, so I'm not going to touch it.
All righty. At $3,500. You've only got two more pieces to look at here.
Okay. my nightmare will soon be over.
Gratuitous. I love that.
Yeah. So what are we? Oh, we're on the Scowling Man. We're on
Yes,
Scourge.
the Sal Buscema and the Frank.
Scourge. That's something Anthony would do.
Yeah.
So this one's at $3,250.
It's got a clud.
I had the wrong price tag on it. I was about to say something crazy. $3,250. I mean, Oh, he's saying 3,000 even for this one. He was saying 30. One. I guess 38 for the title splash. He's catching up. 1,500 Silver Hawk. He's saying a bunch of things right now. I don't know.
We don't know.
So the Shadowhawk 1,500. the Texera Chapter Splash 3800, and this thing 3000. I'm pretty sure. What year is the Wendy Peony? Let me see it again. The Wendy Peony, the Medusa, the big one, that one, the color one. When did she send this in? That's a good question.
It's not in your description.
It's not.
Are you sure?
No, because it's not written on it. So it's really hard to say. It's not on it. It's not on here. So I don't know. I don't really know what to tell you.
Sorry.
Yeah, I wish I knew. I mean, it's early. It's signed Wendy Fletcher, so that's pre-Peony. Pre-Peony. Wendy.
Well, the production knows Anthony has accepted Lou Valenti's $300 offer on his 3A Perez.
On the Perez? Okay, the Perez sold. Yay!
Thank you, Lou Valenti.
Thank you, Lou.
Thank you.
All right, so we got $3,000 on 10A, and the last piece to show off is your 10B.
What? Oh yeah. So this one's really good. This one's really good.
Really?
Confirm the Perez. Yeah, he confirmed it. Early 70s, he says on the Peony, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's what he's saying. Anthony, what do you think for the Merlin versus Strange versus Namor versus Knights? What do you think, Anthony? Tell us your best price. Please answer in the chat. 4,000. Okay. I wouldn't have gone that low. Okay. He says 4,000 on this one. Come on, people. Let's go.
Yeah. Look at that.
Look at that head. Look at that cranium.
All right, so 4,000 even on that.
Okay.
That's the end of your recap.
Okay.
You can have another drink of iced tea and relax now.
Boba.
All right, Mr. Fisch.
Oh, we're still here?
We are still here. We are still
Come on, wake up.
Nice. Did you address any of the offers or I know that there was something that Siegel threw out your way. I tried highlighting.
Yeah, James offered me $6,000 for the historic pre-Wolverine series Buscema Splash that I had for $7,000.
Oh, that were your 11A, right?
Yep. And anyone else I would have said back $6,500, but James is the buddy, so I accept. 6,000 is fine.
James, that's a really good pickup, as Snork said when we.
Yeah, like I told James
on that one. Yeah,
I think that if that were at auction with the history of it before the Wolverine series, I think it's instant profit for him if he ever wanted to sell it. Yes,
definitely. All right, congrats, Mr. Siegel, for picking that one up. Was that the only one that came in, or
I think so.
Or wait a minute, I saw this one. I know that's the first one we're going to go through anyway.
I didn't even see that. I'm sorry, Matthew. I've just been spacing out.
No problem.
250 on the Lloyd. I have that for 300. Sure, with 20 shipping, and again, if the glass breaks in shipping, I mean, don't break it on purpose. But if it breaks in shipping, I'm just going to tell you that I'll give you money back and you keep the art. But hopefully, it does not break in shipping. I've never shipped glass before. I'll do my best, and we'll find out what happens. So yeah, I'll accept your 200. It's your 250 on that. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Bulmer.
Precious memory.
So who was that to? I'm just keeping track.
That was to Matt Bulmer.
Matt Bulmer. Okay.
Yep. Great. And I'm keeping track here as well for you.
Thank you.
So, all right. I think that was the only two offers I saw that came in for you while we were doing that.
So are yours.
Oh, it's so funny. George Haig's in the chat. I just told James when he messaged me, he says he wants that. I said, George messaged me for that one. So, a couple times. So there you are. Yeah, it's a great piece. It's a historic piece. I mean, just the fact that Wolverine had that little mask on his face on the cover of Wolverine 1 before they got rid of it, and this has that because this was the prototype for that. I mean, it's if some people like Klaus Jansson's art, some people don't. It's Buscema breakdowns, but insofar as historic, it's up there as a Wolverine piece. Okay.
All right, so your 1A, 1B, and 2A all sold. So we're going to start with 2B.
The Watcher.
The Watcher Pollard piece, yes.
So again, I mean, he clearly drew the regular Watcher here on this page first, and then he again. I wonder if you could see if I light it up with a flashlight. You can't really see from the back. You could see the regular Watcher with everything, and then I guess they realized that they didn't want to make the regular Watcher on this page. They wanted to make Aaron the other Watcher on this page, so they covered up with some paper and then drew over the paper. So there's a few pieces of paper, not stats, but over the art with new art on top. And from the back, you could see the old art. But anyways, it's a Marvel handbook page. These things usually go for like 200 to 300 if it's a character no one's heard of. And these things usually go for, a few hundred more if it's a good character, and then a few thousand if it's a great character. I think the Watcher is a pretty great character. I'm a fan of the Watcher. So I thought 400 was pretty fair. And I will... we're doing the recap. I'm supposed to go lower now. I forgot about that. All right, 350 on that page if anyone wants it. I have an offer from Tom, from the number one Marvel fan, on the first ROM page. Just to be clear, number one Marvel fan, we're talking about the one that I had for... What did I have that for?
Is that your 8A?
8A, right? We're talking about the one I had for 3,000, right? Just to be clear that we're on the same page. Let me just take it out and make sure.
Yeah, I want to highlight. I pulled it up on the screen too, so
there's no mistakes. We're talking about this one. I just have to get it out of the pile. Where Galactus is talking about how Surfer is great and Rom might be great and Terex is all jealous. And yeah, I'll accept your offer. It's a nice offer. Thank you. So 2,700 you could pay me at OAX. Yep, Terex and Galactus and Rom. Yep, perfect. Okay, thank you very much. And I'll just bring that with me. I'll make a note to bring that with me to OAX and give it to you there. So let me cross that off.
Yeah, nice pickup, Tom. Definitely.
Funnily enough, Tom, that's exactly what I spent on the page. I have a list over here of what I spent on each page, just so I don't go too much in the negative. Because again, I don't usually, not a couple of these I'm making a profit, but most of them at cost. This was exactly what I spent on this page. I think it's a good price for it. It's a good page. Okay, I'm just writing that down. Good. Okay, so back to where we were. The Watcher, we're done with, right? I lowered that down to
350.
350, and we're on to the next. And the next one is the Storm card art. Although, thank you, the unused card art. But again, the one they used was very similar. Very similar. They just changed her costume. I think this is better than the costume they used. What I have that at? I had that at 500. I'll go, I don't know, 400. And yep, 400. And it's pretty cool. El Rio is gone. He is dead. But this art is gorgeous. And if this was a real card, I would not be selling it if it was used as opposed to unused. But 400 on that, if anyone wants that. Okay, on to the next. I don't have to wait for Anthony to give me a confirmation in the chat, so let's keep moving. The What If with the Watcher on top, separating the two worlds, showing you how worlds separate, and pretty cool. Like, it just kind of personifies what If's all about, right? We go a different direction. I have it at 1,400. I'll go down to 1,100 on that one if someone wants this page. Very old, first What If series, lots of space. 1,100 if somebody wants it. All right, let's go to the next.
All right, that was 4A. 4B. 4A at 1,100. 4B is the
Hidden Years.
Yeah.
This is the beautiful Jean Grey by John Byrne. Jean by John. And it's got the Magneto, and it's got the other X-Men. Would I have that at 1,500? I'd go 1,200 on that. I go 1,200 on the Byrne. So if someone wants that for 1,200, it's a really nice example of Byrne doing Jean Grey.
1,200 is a very fair price.
Yep.
All right, so that was your 4B. 5A is the Gary Frank.
This Smoking Woman.
Smoking Woman.
And it's a pretty cool page. If you're strictly a comic art fan, this is obviously not for you. I would not buy it. If you're into more, into the fine art, but you like the comic art artists like Gary Frank, this is pretty cool. I have this for 1,500. I'll go down to 1,200. If somebody wants it, I'll do 1,200. Yep, it has a cat, and it has all that negative space, and just the fern coming up the plants by everything's really cool. It's just really cool art. Yep, I'll do 1,200 on that.
All right, 1,200 on 5A. 5B is next. That was the Dazzler number 3 page.
Okay, now remember, this Dazzler page was taped together in the back. It's 3 separate panels they put together. This is an early Dazzler page. It's got Dazzler on her roller skates, or whatever she does, and her Human Torch, and it actually has all 4 of the Fantastic Four up there, because Human Torch is in the right panel and the other ones are on the left panel. I have it for 1,700. I'd go down to 1,350 on that. If somebody wants an early Dazzler page by JR Jr., JR Jr. pages with anything going on go for 13 plus. So Dazzler number 3 with 1,350.
All right, 1,350 on 5B. Thank you for getting us to 120.
Yeah,
Thumbs up.
it sold for more than 2K in Heritage. It sold this year for what did it sell for in Heritage? I actually had it open in the background like 2,300, 2,400. I don't know. The guy who bought it didn't know it had tape on the back and he wasn't happy, so I took it off him and I'm selling it for less than it sold for in Heritage by a few $100. All right. It's only $250 on Heritage. Yep. All right, next. This is the page that Mike Berkey sold me for $3,000. I saw him mouthing off in the chat about how cheap his prices are. He sold me this for $3,000 and I'm selling it for $1,800. I'm taking a $1,200 loss on it. It's a pretty cool page. It's Professor X sitting in his chair thinking about the X-Men and all of the X-Men up on the wall. And yeah, it's cool. It's one of those things you could just frame and have like a really cool X-Men thing on the wall. But again, this was unpublished. They went with a different image of Professor X in his chair. So what I have this at 1,800. I'll go down to 1,500. 1,500.
All right, 1,500 on the unused title splash by Mr. Hoover.
Yep. The next one was the Hostess ad. I had it at 2,000. I bought this on Heritage myself actually for $26.40. Not that long ago when I thought I was going to be collecting these things. Comes with the color transparency. It's a Hostess ad with Josie and the Pussycats. I don't know. I'm already in the negative on this one, so I bought it for 26. It's at 2,000. I don't know, 1,700. Say 1,700 is as low as I'll go on there. If not, I'll just trade it to somebody. 1,700 for the Hostess ad. If you're looking for a Hostess ad, there's a nice one for 17.
Is the Twinkies like a stat or is that hand drawn?
Yeah, the Twinkies is always a stat. Some of them are missing it. Some of them the stat fell off. This one still has the stat, but the Twinkies is always a stat.
Okay. Yep. I had
and Spinner Rack Rick made an offer on my 2B 300 for the Watcher.
Right, and you were 350 on that.
I'll take the 300. Sure, that's fine.
All right, Spinner Rack Rick, $300 on the
pop. Remember, everyone, it's $20 for shipping, and either send it friends and family, or if you want to do it goods and services, that's fine. Just you add the 3 or 4%, whatever they are. George, not someone, my buddy George offered 6A the Excalibur. Whoa, 1,200. He's trying to kill me there.
You were at 1,500 on that.
Yeah, that one cost me 3,000. Berkey got me good on this one. 1,200. George, what was I at? What did I come down to?
You were at 15.
Let's do. I don't know. I'm not going to haggle you for $100, George. Sure, you can have it for 1,200. I'll say goodbye to it. Dave, 1,700 cash at OEX is excellent. Thank you for the Hostess ad.
Yep.
And I'll bring the transparency also.
So George gets the one for 12. That's 6A.
So 1 second. So I have Dave Kopecky. Oh, you're the other direction. I have George on 6A for 1,200, and that's George 6A, and I have Dave Kopecky at 6B for 17. Sorry, not 6B. Yeah, 6B for 1,700.
Dave Kopecky's going to have to bring a couple portfolios to OAX, I have a feeling.
Dave brought a lot of nice stuff last year also.
I think he brought over 50 pieces when he was there last year. I think he's already got a pile going on for that show. Thank you, Dave, and thank you to George and Spinner Rack Rick. We appreciate all those pickups there. We got a few more to look at.
Yeah, good deals. But honestly, I'm not an art dealer, so if someone offers me something and I want $100 more, when I sit there like haggling over $100, it's just stupid to me. If this is your living, you have to. You do this all day long, but I'm not. This is not my living. Luckily, obviously, I'm not super good at it, so I'm glad it's not my living. All right, what's next?
Next up is 7A, and that was the What If page.
This was the other What If, right? This was the nicer one. I mean, the full page splash, the Watcher sitting on his throne. I have it at 2,500. I'll go down to 2,100 on that. Oh, Wayne, the Gary Frank I like a lot. I'll tell you my lowest price on that. 1 second. What was I at on the Gary Frank?
You were at $1,200 on the Gary Frank.
Wayne, I'll go down to 1,000, which was my exact cost on that. I'll break even on that. I like it. I can't display it in my house, unfortunately, but I like it. So if you want to go 1,000, I'll do that. I'll break even. But beneath that, I'll probably just keep it. You know, some of these, like I know I'll never display that one. I'm still hoping to. But if you want to think about it, that's fine also. Okay. Bill, you're keeping track of everything on your end, right?
I am, and Maureen is. So yeah, so you were at 1,000 on the 5A, and you're at $2,100 on the piece that we have on the screen right now, the 7A.
2,100 for the Watcher on his asteroid throne. Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Next up is 7B, and that is the
She-Hulk page. and I have that at 2,500. And all right, wait, think about it. And I will go down to 1 second. I'll go down to 2,200 on this. I'll take 300 off. 2,200, and it's Iron Man flying in, She-Hulk there. Yeah, 2,200. All right, if anybody wants that, I'm good for 2,200 on that one.
All right. It is a sweet page, number one Marvel fan. You got that right.
It's a great battle page.
22 on that. So 8A did go to number one Marvel fan. We thank you for that, Tom. So 8B is our next one. And
so Thanos, I got lucky. Someone it's a 2,500. It was a raffle to see which one you got. A lot of people paid 2,500, got a character like Namorita, and I got Thor. And then someone offered to trade it to me if I added 1,000 more, which I did. So my cost on this was actually 3,500, and I was thrilled at the time. And now I'm not collecting this anymore. I had it at 4,000. I'll go to my cost. 3,500 is my lowest. 3,500, I break even on that. Otherwise, I keep it. Nothing wrong with Namorita. People like her. In fact, Joe Jusko said that she was his favorite character to draw in the series. I'm just saying if you unpackage Namorita versus unpackaging Galactus or Wolverine or Thanos, different feeling, right? But 3,500 is my lowest on that one.
all right, that's fair. See you, Brian. What do we got next? We have the 9A
Thor versus Mephisto. Yeah, James, I'll just put it in the card collector group. I just never even did that. I'll do that there and hopefully sell it for 4,000 there. This is the Thor versus Mephisto page, a very classic page, very beautiful page. I have it at 4,300. I'll go down to 3,850 on that. 3,850. Okay, if anybody wants that page for 3,850, you let me know. Plus 20 shipping. And if not, I'll try again somewhere else. It is a beauty. It's a great Thor page. Great Mephisto page. And on to the next. Trying to get us all out of here in about 5 minutes. Next one is the ASM 193. This one I had at 6. This is a great battle page of Spidey and the Fly. Vintage. I'll go down to 5,500. I'll go down to 5,500 on this Spidey versus the Fly page. So if you're looking for Spidey 193, Spidey against the Fly battle page, $5,500.
Got him right in the eyes.
Yep.
All right, 5,500 on 9B. We got a couple more to look at here. 10A is next, and it's another Ram Sabi
Okay. So I actually have someone before the show who was asking me about this. I guess he wasn't able to make it tonight. I don't know. I don't want to go too low on this because I'm pretty sure I already have a purchase for this elsewhere. So I have it at 6. I'll go, I don't know. Let's say 5,500 as well. I'll go 5,500 on the Galactus page with the full ROM team on the bottom and all the Galactus issues on top, images on top. 5,500. And these prices, I know the dealers always say this, but I mean this. These prices are good for now. Afterwards they go back in my book.
Exactly.
Different story.
The live audience.
Yeah, I'm just trying to move things along, make a bunch of sales, have fun. Afterwards, I'm probably not going to love the prices, So the prices are honorable for during this show. Yep. Okay, next Infinity Gauntlet 6. I have this at 6,500. Where do I have this at? I have
65.
This at,
yeah,
6,500. Okay. I'll go down to 6,000 on this. It's a twice up Ron Lim page with Adam Warlock and Thanos, and Silver Surfer. It's a really cool Adam Warlock image. I put this up a Comic Art Live one time about 6 months ago, and someone offered me $250 for it. That was his offer, and I did not accept his offer at the time. But I'll go 5,500. If anybody wants that, 5,500.
Right.
And then, Matt Tutulio, buy it and then sell it when you're on Bill's show. You're better seller than me. Sell it for double.
11A did sell. So let me. Well, hang on. We got an offer from Chuck Arnold. Yeah. Let's see here.
That one originally was 15. And what I come down to before?
You came down to $1,200 on 4B. I'll swing back over to that here.
So I bought that one at auction for $1,325. Chuck, meet me in the middle. Meet me at 1100, just for the hell of it, because I'm in the negative there. Meet me at 1100, and it's yours. And it's John Byrne drawing Jean and Magneto. If you want it, 11, yeah, you would keep that one. Oh, you're talking about the Warlock, the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, it's a nice one. I just already have a bunch of Infinity Gauntlet pages on my wall, so that's why I'm selling that one. It's a twice up, so it takes up a lot of space. Chuck, if you want to do 1100, and Rich will take the 1100 if you pass. So your call, Chuck. No pressure. Take a minute, and if you don't take it, Rich will take it. Thank you.
Yeah, and then we just have the one.
We have the last one left.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, Chuck. Just when you pay me, remind me that I shouldn't ship it. Remind me that I should bring it to OAX. Okay, so that is 1100 to Chuck Arnold.
Yep.
Thank you for the purchase. Sorry, Rich. Rich, you could buy that card art, that unpublished card art of Storm. Okay, our last one is the Galactus walking through Manhattan with Ego. I have it at 7. I'll just drop down to 6,500. If anybody wants that at 6,500, it's classic John Buscema. It's I mean, look at that Ego panel. Look at those Galactus panels. I mean, this is what made Marvel what Marvel is. This is like early stuff. I love it. And yeah, 6,500 on that.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great page. Yeah. And the Ego, as strange as it is, Ego at the end is like
it's an amazing panel. Yeah.
Even though everything else is great. I agree with you.
The mad living planet called Ego. It's almost like they're introducing him for the first time. It's not the first time, but it's like that. Yeah. So that's that. Everything's been reduced. Prices are good for tonight only. I mean it. And I guess Wayne is not taking the Smoking Woman. That is fine. He is. 1 second. Yeah, he was under my cost there. I just put him down to my cost. Offer 300 on the Storm.
Right, and you were at $400.
I was at 400.
Yeah.
I would buy that off you, Rich, right now for 300, probably, if you had it. Do 350 and we have a deal. Like I said, I'm not going to haggle over 100, and I'm haggling over 50. But I would probably buy that for 300. Rich, do 350. I'll send it to you with the card. And all right, we have a deal, Rich. Thank you.
All right. So Rich,
you can tell me if you want me to ship it to you. If you want me to bring it to OAX, that's your choice. I'm happy to ship it to you for $20. But if you want me to bring it to OAX, I'm happy to do that also.
Rich will be set up with his own booth at OAX.
Yeah, like last year, I actually bought a bunch off of him. Okay.
I think we got that. So let's see. I think right now that puts you at 10 sales. Like, I think Maureen's keeping tabs.
How did you make all that money?
What the beep?
What happened? We've been talking this whole time. We've just been chatting.
Well, hey, it took you back to the woodshed kind of show here, from Fisch Benz to the Snyder clan.
Good job, Fisch.
Thank you, Rich. Good job to you guys.
All right, so put your hat back on.
Good
Maybe
game.
it has to do with hats.
Well, before we say goodbye, of course, the email addresses are on the screen. lsatbyfish at
There are many
gmail.com.
fish in the sea, but there's one C in fish. Don't miss it. FISCH. People always miss that.
That is right. I have actually made that mistake a few times when I've typed out your email,
Thank you,
and
Mark.
it bounces back right away. But
I will number one Marvel fan, but I had someone right before the show who was trying to work out how to buy that page for me. So yeah, if it doesn't sell, I'll definitely bring it to OAX, and you can see what you want to do. But it, hopefully it sells. But I appreciate you buying the other one. The other one's fantastic. Also, the other one's a great page. Yep.
Indeed. So again, don't wait till tomorrow. Email both sellers this evening, especially Fisch and Anthony too, of course. Sorry, Rich. Sorry, Sharon. Get them out there, and you know what to do. Then we'll again, well, I don't know what I can say, man, but always good to do these with you, Fisch, and
You too,
even
Bill.
better to revisit those memes.
4-0. Next time I'll shoot some new memes. This has been a hectic couple weeks. I wasn't able to, but yeah, we'll be back next time to go 5-0 in about a year.
That is true. Undefeated. I think the only can Dino say he's undefeated? So you and Dino, I think, are the only undefeated people who've been on the show. So congratulations for that.
Yeah, Chuck, you could PayPal that address. That's my email address. That's the PayPal address also. Yep, go for it. Yep.
All right,
Well,
very
Dino's good company. I'm happy to hear that.
Exactly. All right, everybody. Well, you have a wonderful evening. We'll be back at it tomorrow with another CAF update, but we apprite you hanging out with us this evening, and hit that thumbs up on the way out the door.
James,
All
how
right?
could you be undefeated? Didn't Jason and me beat you? Didn't Mikhail and me beat you and Jason one time? I think we did.
That's true.
I think
Yeah.
that's part of my
James doesn't
undefeated
feel it's a
streak.
loss when he has a partner, though.
So you're undefeated when you're on your own, maybe. But yeah.
Yep, we get it. We get it.
Mark, if I go against Dino, I'll get destroyed. I know that. I know that.
We
no,
all
no question. His first
nobody
page sells for
understands.
36,000, and that's that. Yeah. Thank you,
All right,
everybody.
everybody. Have a good night.